What is an uncontested final hearing? You got something in the mail saying you got an uncontested final hearing, and you're thinking to yourself, what the heck is that? Or your attorney called you and said, we're setting an uncontested final hearing. Now, this is based upon Florida divorce law, because I'm a Florida divorce lawyer, William S. Foley, and this is our channel, Foley Divorce. So subscribe below if you'd like to get a little bit more information like this. Hit the little subscribe button, hit the little bell, and we'll notify you when other videos are uploaded. And comment below if you have any other questions. But this video is about what is an uncontested final hearing. Has nothing to do with like a full-blown contested trial. Those are completely different. Those could be a half day, a day, multiple days. I've had 5-6 day trials. So it's not that. It's just this little 5-minute hearing. Now, if you're on a docket with a whole bunch of other people, it may take a little bit longer than that, but your time with the judge is, basically 5 minutes. If you've gone over 5 minutes, something probably went wrong. So the only two things in Florida, again, this part of it, of the video is just Florida specific, is that the marriage is irretrievably broken, and that means there's nothing else the court could do to help you. If the court were to order you to marital counseling, would that assist? Would that help you and your spouse? And if the answer is no, it will not help, then probably the pleadings by that point have pled that the marriage is irretrievably broken. So the court's looking to see, just short answer, that is the marriage done? Is there anything the court can do to help? And if the answer is no, okay, next thing, court needs to establish residency. So they need to make sure that you're a resident of the state of Florida for more than 6 months. 6 months. 6. Okay? Important. And usually they will do that through a driver's license. And whether your hearing is in person or over Zoom or whatever, over Zoom you can just show the driver's license to the camera and the judge can see the little, okay, issue date. The issue date's the important one because they want to see, was it issued in, 6 months prior to filing, you had to have been a resident of the state of Florida. So if you came here and then the next day you filed for divorce, could be a problem. So they want to make sure that there's 6 months there to establish residency. Now, this is Florida specific. It's not for any other jurisdictions, and I'm sure other jurisdictions have different ways that they deal with uncontested final hearings, but Florida specific, it's the court's looking at those two things. That's big. And a lot of times here in Florida, they'll do initial jurisdiction orders where they'll just look at that, and lawyers, we call it a prove up a lot of times. You're proving up that jurisdictional language because it's important for the court to enter the final judgment. And then that way, whatever you guys agreed to for the settlement agreement for what's going to happen with your kids, your property, alimony, child support, all that, the court could ratify it. But the two big major things that they want to make sure is the marriage irretrievably broken, and have you been a resident of the state of Florida for more than 6 months? If maybe there's a name change back to a maiden name, that's something the court can do as well, and the court can take testimony as far as it's called restoration back to somebody's maiden name. So the court can take that testimony as well, and that language can be put into the final judgment. But that's the heart of it. That's the main thing. And there could be some questions if you entered into the settlement agreement and if you agreed to it, if anybody forced you to do it, if you understood what you were doing. But at the end of the day, the two major things are those, the jurisdictional prove up for whether the marriage is done and whether there's residency. So that's the meat and potatoes of the uncontested final hearing. And then at the end of it, the court can sign off now. And so much here, at least in Florida, is done electronically through the e-portal. So attorneys will upload it, and then the judge can e-sign it, and then you get a copy of it. And it's done, and then it's recorded in the court file. But that testimony needs to come out. That testimony needs to happen in order for the court to be able to enter the final judgment and to find that the marriage is irretrievably broken and find jurisdiction in order to enter the divorce. So that's the uncontested final hearing. A little bit of information about Florida and the way that we do it for uncontested final hearings. Thank you very much.